Well, I have landed in Izumi. I'm done quarantine, actually, which is why I'm in Izumi. So, uh, I've chosen my apartment, but it's going to take a few days to get the apartment ready and all that, like the paperwork and all that. So, I won't be there, won't be in the apartment for like 2 days. So instead, I'm in a little like hotel, motel kind of thing. It's incredibly tiny, but I mean, I'm going to be walking around the city mostly anyway, so I don't really mind. The only thing I do mind is there's not a whole lot in the way of security. Like, I've been asked to bring like a lot of money. I've been asked to bring a lot of money, and I'll need to bring all that stuff with me. There's again not a whole lot in the way of security, but whatever. Um, yeah, you want to see what my current living condition is, I'll show you in like 5 seconds because it won't take much longer than that. So that's the entrance there. There's a table and my foot. Some towels and stuff in there, an incredibly tiny TV, humidifier, my bed for 2 nights, and air conditioning. Also, those little slidey doors don't open to anything. And that's the room. So yeah, I'm just in here until the paperwork for my apartment is finished. Uh, won't be longer than like 2 days or so. So hopefully I'll have Wi-Fi or like an internet connection there set up. But as for right now, I'm gonna try to keep this video brief because I'm gonna have to go to the city hall or like McDonald's to upload a whole ass YouTube video. But uh, I've already had like an authentic Japanese meal. I decided to go with chicken katsu. That seemed pretty safe. So the chicken itself, I'll try to, if I can edit it in, which I hope I can, I'll throw in a picture here somewhere. But the chicken katsu itself, the Zumi's known for its chicken among other things, but sorry, the chicken itself was incredibly tender, and the katsu, like the breaded part, was pretty good. The sauce was great. It's just I'm not doing it justice, but the chicken was incredibly tender. Uh, it's also quite cheap. It was like I think it was like $11, and of course you don't tip in Japan, so it's just a flat $11. Like that's pretty good for a chicken katsu meal. But anyway, I think. Oh, actually, I should mention someone on top of the food chain. Well, I'm not gonna name him specifically, but he's pretty high up there. He took me out for lunch and all that. But more than that, or rather, moreover, I had a pretty funny experience at the restaurant, and this is, keep in mind, this is one of my first experiences in Izumi. Like, this is the first thing I did after getting out of the car. I went to that restaurant, but the first thing I did was I went to the restaurant and ate. When I was putting my shoes on to leave the restaurant, I was beside an elderly couple, like not super close, but they were in like the room beside me, and they were also getting ready to leave. I think the elderly gentleman, I think he ripped an incredibly loud and long fart. Yep, he just ripped ass. Just flatulence was out of this world. It was, probably went on for like, I'm not even exaggerating here, probably went on for like 8 seconds. So eight straight seconds of ripping ass. But hey, whatever. That's you're elderly. You got to do whatever you want. And hey, baby, it's a Zumi. Whatever. Anything goes. Anyway, again, I'm gonna try to keep this video brief because I'll be uploading this through City Hall Wi-Fi or McDonald's Wi-Fi. So I think that'll be it. You'll never see me again until you do, but I do intend to see you guys again because, man, life's just starting here. Back for round two, baby. I just wanted to add something real quick before I end the video. Something kind of funny. I met a lot of people today, a bunch of cohorts, like my co-ALTs, and bunch of Japanese teachers and stuff. But part of this process in Japanese culture, it's called Jiko Shotai, which is basically like selling yourself, or like a self introduction. So in my mind, how hard could it be to sell yourself or describe yourself, right? Like I like myself, I know myself, so how hard could it be? Turns out decently difficult. We were told to plan ahead of time, have a little speech in your head, ready and all that. And again, uh, I kind of I kind of blew it off. Like, yeah, whatever. It's pretty easy to describe myself. But the very first Jiko Shotai I did was not great. I mean, they said it was great, but I blabbered on about nothing for at least like 3 minutes, and that's a lot of time if it's just you speaking. But I made the superintendent laugh a whole bunch, so I don't think it was a terrible thing. Um, I mentioned like, oh, I'm a gaming otaku. I love like Yakuza and Hatsune Miku, and I got a good kick out of that. Uh, Also, everyone was curious about my residence card because I had mentioned, uh, you know, uh, the vice principal who helped me throughout the day. I told him, I showed him the card. I was like, yo, does this look like a Yakuza member to you? And he said, yeah, kind of. And that's my residence card he's talking about. So I kind of look like a Yakuza member, which is good and bad. I hope I don't scare the kids. But yeah, everyone started getting a little curious about me after that. Like, we're working with like Gokudo, like gangsters. But actually had some mixed receptions. I mean, everyone thought it was funny. One person mentioned that she has two daughters and asked whether I was married or single or anything. So, like, holy moly, this is what the hell? Uh, but yeah, I'll try to keep this video brief. I'm sure there's a lot more to say. I'll think about what I want to say when I go to do the next video, but I'm trying to keep it brief because, man, I am working off of, well, I'm hoping I can upload this video through like City Hall Wi-Fi or McDonald's Wi-Fi. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this brief so I don't doesn't take up like 40,000 gigs. But yeah, you'll never see me again until you do for real this time. But stick around because life's just starting.